Okay. So in line number 76, okay, I just executed a which table? Cricket team table, right? So in the very first, okay, if you scroll up, you can able to see your cricket team table structure here. Am I right?
Yes.
So I actually told you in the previous class itself, parent table, what is eligibility for the parent table? Parent table must have the primary key, right?
Mm-hmm.
So this table having the primary key or not?
It
Yeah.
does on
Oh,
team ID.
yes, yes, for the team ID column. So remember, for the cricket team table, I'm having team ID, team name, score, country, and team underscore ID and number. So for the team ID column, I declared as a parent, primary key. So I just imagine, okay, this is going to be a parent table. Now I created a child table for this parent, where it is means I'm just creating here. Create table team underscore payment. Okay. Then payment ID number, team ID number, payment amount is also number. So how many columns as of now? 3 columns. Payment ID, team
Team
ID,
ID.
payment
Payment
amount.
amount.
Okay. So team ID is there in your parent table also and is also there in your child table, right?
Right.
Okay. Now I added a foreign key constraint. So you people already know how to create a foreign key constraint. So constraint, your constraint name, then your type of constraint. In my case, it is a foreign key. Then I need to tell to the Oracle for among these 3 column. I have 3 column, right? Payment ID, team ID, and payment amount. Among these 3 column, I just tell to the Oracle, I applied the foreign key constraint to the team ID column. This was the information I given here. Next, references. After references, I given my parent table name. What's my parent table name? Is the cricket team and team ID. So whenever I insert some value into my team payment table, Oracle will check that particular team ID is there in my parent table or not. Can you able to get me?
Right.
Yes.
Okay, so I just creating this table. I think I'm okay. Name is already used by existing object. So I think better I can drop this table. Is there any drop command? No. Okay, I drop this table. Okay, team payment dropped, and also I'm creating the table again. Okay, now I'm going to insert the values. So now you people have just see these columns. Okay, now you need to tell me each and every query will work or not. Okay, now in line number 93, okay, in line number 93, I am inserting value into my parent table or child table.
Child table.
Child table. So here, what is the value of team ID?
Uh, one. The second one.
1, the second column. Because in my table construction, I given a team ID as a second column. So I need to check the second column. So do you think this child record will execute fine or not?
Fine. It'll be executed.
Will be execute without any problem. What about Herman? You have any idea or else you need any suggestion? Just tell me.
Let me see if there's a parent ID. We have one.
This is your parent table. Okay, this one is a parent table, and in your parent table, you having this list of team IDs.
Mhm.
Okay, so whenever I like to insert any child record, Oracle will check what the basic thing, whether that particular team ID is there in my parent table or not. Yes, team ID 1 is already there in my parent table. So I can able to insert this row into my child table. Can you able to get me?
Yes.
You have any doubt?
No, I
Herman?
mean no, I don't have. The thing is, it's we have to figure out
Mazen,
the
Yeah, I
Mazen,
table.
can you
can.
please explain him? In your mother
Oh,
tongue also. It's not your problem.
okay. Okay. The every time a column has to be created, like the foreign key constraint says about team ID, it will check first if the number of team ID exists in parent table before accepted to create it or not. And on the first row here, we got team ID. There is the second value. Team ID is number one here. So if we check on team ID on the parent uh, table, we got team ID number one over there. So it will work.
Okay, I
So
see.
Herman is very simple, the concept. The team ID, what is the value team ID is there? 1. Okay. I already told you team payment is a child table. Why? Because in my
Yeah.
child table only I will create a foreign key constraint. So I will check this team ID 1 is already there in my parent table or not. Which one is my parent table? Your cricket team, right?
Mhm.
Yes, right.
So when I execute this query, I got this result. So the team ID is 1 is there. So team ID 1 parent is there. So
Mhm.
this, the first insert statement will execute without any problem because the
Okay.
team ID 1 is already there in my parent table.
Okay.
Okay, now I'm just executing one row inserted. Okay. Now when I execute the second row, what is the value of team ID? 2.
Two.
And in my parent table also I'm having 2.
Yes.
Yes,
Okay, now this insert statement also
will work.
will work.
Mhm.
Okay, now here, what's the value of the team ID in line number 95?
We have 3
Very good. Now it will
ID.
execute or not?
It will.
Yeah, it will because
It
we
will
have.
execute because team ID 3 is there. Okay, so one row inserted. What about line number 96? What is the value of team ID here?
It's gonna
It's
be.
3.
I think it won't. It won't work because we don't have on the.
Oh,
What is the Herman? Just highlight that. What is the value of team ID here?
The value of team ID is gonna be 4.
no, it's
No,
3.
you have to
Oh,
see this three because here see in the team payment table, payment ID is the first column. So first column is payment ID
okay.
and second column is team ID. So this one is
Oh,
a team ID and third column is payment amount. So
okay.
this one is a payment amount. You have to check like that.
Okay.
How which column is coming first? That column value only you have to see.
Okay.
Okay, the same order. Just see it in the same order. So in line number 3, in line number 96, what is the value of team ID?
The number of team ID is gonna be. It's gonna be 3.
3. Okay, do you think this query will execute or not?
Yes, I think it will execute.
Team
What
ID.
about Herman?
Yes, you will
Why?
because we have 3 on the.
In my parent table. Okay.
Yes.
Even already one 3 is there.
Yeah,
Okay.
there is no primary key
Uh,
constraint on
that
this
is
table. So
so one parent can have many child, right? So
yes,
the same concept is here. Already we having a 3 as a one child, but even though I can able to create so many childs here. Okay. So what about the last one?
this one won't work. It will
Won't.
not work.
Okay. What about Herman?
It won't work because we
We
don't
don't.
have the number.
Parent ID 4 doesn't exist in the
Okay. So now
parent
I'm
table.
Okay. So what type of error will come? If I execute this query, what error will come?
Aish.
I think missing.
Uh,
missing child. Try to search for
Missing
that.
child.
uh, um,
Okay, so let's see what happened. Wait a minute.
just parent key not found.
Okay,
Okay.
parent key not found. For this child, there is no parent. Okay, so we will have this type of an error. When you try to insert some child, for that particular child, there is a no parent means it won't allow us to execute, and at the same time, it will throw an error, parent key not found. Okay.
Mhm.
So here, apart from this concept you already I taken in my previous class itself. Okay. Now let's check how my child table will look like now. Just see here. In line number 78, so I executed my child table. So far 4 rows got inserted. For all the 4 rows, see the team ID column 1,
Mhm.
2, 3, 3. Right? This there is a 2 childs for the team ID 3. Right?
Mm-hmm.
And 2 and 1 is there. Okay. And apart till now, are you people clear, right? And we going to see some additional points here. Can anyone read this 4 lines one by one?
We
Okay.
have. Oh, go ahead. Come on.
Okay, we have one parent table on child table. Parent table must have primary key, and we can able to delete any parent row who don't have any child records. We can able to delete any child rows, and we cannot able to delete any parent row who having child.
Okay. So now the thing is, whenever you read this, something will not get into mind. Okay. Now what I am going to do is, I will explain with an example. Then once we seen all the practical example, then if you read this again, something will get into your mind. Okay. For example, just to see, select a star from cricket team. Okay. So for all the parent, I'm having a child here. Am I right?
Right.
Yes.
Okay. I am trying to delete one parent row. Okay. Here what I am doing is, I am trying to delete one parent row, team ID 1. Okay. So what I am doing here, I am deleting my child table or parent table here?
Parent table.
Parent table. What about Herman?
You delete your parent table.
Parent table. So what is the value of team ID I am trying to delete here?
Number 1.
1.
Oh,
So
yeah, 1.
for this parent, okay, all parent row, I'm trying to delete my parent row, right? Parent row means all the rows in my parent table is called as a parent row. I'm trying to delete my parent row, but this parent having a child or not?
Yeah, that's how it.
Just check in your team payment table and see this parent having a child or not.
Yes, it does.
That's
How many child?
1.
Only one child. So Oracle wise, if you try to delete this command, delete from cricket team where team ID is equal to 1, it won't allow us to delete because this parent have some child. Okay. So the concept is what? Child record. Here what's a mirror message is coming? Child record found. Oracle is not allowing us to delete this record. Why? Because the team ID 1 have some childs in my child table.
Mm.
Okay. Can you able to get me?
Yes.
Yes. So my
Okay.
question
Yes.
will be, if you want to delete, we have to delete for both sides.
One
Oh,
minute.
child on the child table first, I think.
Okay.
Then on the. So that was mine.
Yeah, I was a little bit confused. I said, okay, what about if you want to delete?
So can you people get this point?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. So when I try to delete my parent row, so it won't allow us to delete because the child's record is there for the team one. Okay. Now we can insert some row into the cricket team table. Okay. So let's see with the another scenarios. So insert into cricket underscore team values. Sorry. Values. Then team ID is 6. Team name is Riders. Then score is 890 and country is India. Capital letter India. Then team ID and number is some 7-digit number. I'm inserting some row. So one row inserted. Now see the parent table.
Mm-hmm.
How many parents I'm having here?
I think 5.
What do you see?
4, right? Team ID 1, 2, 3, and 6. For this parent, I don't have any child. Am I right? I check my child table. I don't have team ID 6.
No.
I think her
Yeah, I could
her
have.
PC battery is kind of down.
Let's wait till she comes back.
What happened? Can you be able to see my screen?
No.
No, not anymore.
No. 1 minute.
Still recording.
Okay. What about now?
Okay. Yeah. Now.
Yes.
Now, okay. So now here, see, I am executing my child parent table. I inserted one new row into the cricket team. Okay. So here, what is the value of team ID I given here is 6. Am I right?
Yes.
I given a 6. But if I check in my child table, till now I didn't insert any child for 6.
No.
It means there is no team ID 6 is there.
Mhm.
Am I right?
Right.
So
Right.
I can also say for the cricket team table, I can able to delete this row without any problem. So previously, have you remember when you try to delete this row, Oracle won't allow us to delete that. Why?
Mhm.
Because this parent having child.
Yes.
So it won't allow us to delete. 1 minute. It's recording. Yes. Okay. Next one, when I try to delete the team ID 6. Okay. Let's see what happened. It will delete
Yeah, I think it will.
without any problem. See, one row deleted. But team ID 1 is not getting deleted, but team ID 6 getting deleted because this parent doesn't have any child. So can you able to get me?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. So this is the thing. And I can able to delete any child rows. Any child rows means if we execute this, your child table, you have 4 rows, right? So you people can able to delete any child rows without any problem. Okay.
Okay.
Whether no need of any criteria and all is there. But if you try to delete some parent table, there is only 2 conditions. If the parent have some child, it won't allow us to delete. the particular parent doesn't have any child, then that row will be deleted automatically. It will allow us to delete. Okay. So now read out these points again and tell me if you have any doubt here. These four are very important points. Okay. Just you people just read it down and discuss, and then tell me if you have any doubt in this foreign key constraint. Because this one is an important concept.
Okay.
When you go for the job and all, you need to know about this concept.
I think I'm fine.
It's not that one, like, so I'm good too.
You people are okay?
Yes,
Yes,
I'm
we are.
okay.
Okay. Now we're going to see. We've seen lot of constraints. Have you people remember what are the type of the constraints that we've seen so far down?
We saw primary key.
Hmm.
We saw foreign key, default.
Hmm.
Check
Primary key, foreign key, then
and
Default.
check.
default. Very good. Then
And check constraint.
check. Very good. Then
And
not null.
not no. Oh, yeah.
And one more thing. Unique.
Yeah, I said
Oh,
unique.
You said unique. Huh? Okay.
Uh-huh.
I didn't hear. Okay. So apart from this, okay, it's that's it. Okay, constraint topic is over. Now here I'm just categorizing the constraint into two types. Okay, inline constraint and out of line constraint. The way how we return the query is you need to understand whether it is an inline or out of line. Okay, both will work. Okay, the way how we are handling the syntax is different. For example, inline constraint, they will ask in exam. Okay, inline constraint is also called as column level constraint. Remember this name. Okay, inline constraint is also called as a column level constraint. So what is the inline constraint? It's nothing. Here see, while declaring a column name itself, immediately they are giving the constraint information, right? So just read down this whole three line. Create.
Create table name ports with port ID constraint PK port ID primary key.
So how many column present in this table?
Yeah, 3.
2 column. Okay. What type of constraint I use it here? What type of constraint here use it here? Primary key.
Primary key.
Primary key. But see here, when you people created your primary key, you people simply given like that only, right? Like this.
Usually.
You remove that names and all, right? You people simply given. I think in your homework and all, you people follow this syntax, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, but it's not recommended. Okay, for practice you can just do it, but when you get into your job and all, follow this type of the syntax. Another this one. This is one of the type of the syntax. Okay, so here what I additionally added, I just given my constraint name, right? Constraint name, primary key. So what happened? What is the difference between the previous one and this one?
The previous one doesn't have a name.
Constraint name, and now
constraint.
it's having a name.
That-
So
yes.
developers always write with the constraint name. So it's useful for them for debugging purpose. When you get into higher level, it's useful for you to fix out the issue. So that's why you while creating the table itself, our managers or team leaders will advise us to create their name for constraints. So I'm creating this table ports created. Okay, this example is called as an inline constraint. What is inline? while I am declaring my column itself, immediately I am giving my constraint information. Then only I am going to the next column detail. Okay. Then you have another type of a constraint, which is called as an out of line constraint. Out of line constraint is also called as a table level constraint. Okay. Out of line constraint is also called as table level constraint. So here, see, I am creating the same table. Read down the syntax again.
Create ports. Create table ports.
Huh.
Port ID number. Port name worker 2. Constraint PK port ID primary key. Port ID. I have a question.
So here also I am applying the primary key to the port ID column, but the way how I written with the previous and this one is a different, right? So what is out of line is nothing but first I will complete all the columns information, how many columns present in the table. Likewise, I will complete all the columns information. Then at last I am just giving constraint, my constraint name, then primary key, port ID. So this is another type of a syntax. First declare all the column detail, then go to the very last, put comma, and go to the very last line, then put constraint, your constraint name, then your type of constraint. Then you need to tell to the Oracle for which column you apply this constraint within a bracket. Okay, not only for the primary key, you can use for any type of the constraints like this, either inline or out of line. Okay, the way how they written is a different, right?
Right.
Okay, so can you understand the difference between the inline and out of line? Please ask me if you have any doubt here.
I have a little doubt.
Yes.
Yes, on the first one, what is the real difference between the first one and the second one? What does it do when we don't put the, like the second one, we after primary key we put the column where it will apply the constraint, but on the first one we did not say the column name.
Column name,
No.
here you are telling, right? Because
Yes.
here I am, while declaring the column in the same line itself, I am giving the constraint information so Oracle can understand, okay, for this column that this constraint is going to be applied. Because still
Okay.
about any
Okay.
other column.
Yes, I
Okay, I'm
understand
in
now.
the same bucket only. Okay, but here it's not like that. I am just giving all the columns information, and to the very last I am coming here means then here you must need to tell to the Oracle to which column, because you declared so many columns on the top.
Right.
Oracle doesn't aware about that, right? In which column we're going to create a primary key like that. So for that we're giving a column name to the very last in out of line. For the inline, you no need.
Okay, I understand.
Okay. So next thing is here I created a table, right? Either but both will work the same only. Okay. When I was working, my team leaders or managers will always advise us to create a out of line constraints. Okay, each company, they will follow the different styles of the coding. Okay, when you get into newly to your project managers or technical leaders will give the training of how to write your codings and all. Okay, when you freshly entered into your software industry, they will guide you. Okay, because we know SQL and we know how to write a query and all, but how to write a perfect query, that is another important thing. Okay, that must need to know for every developers. So for that they will give you a special training. Okay, that is varying upon company to company. But when I was working, my company will always use out of line constraint. Don't use inline constraint like that. But both will work. Okay, but it's recommended to use an out of line constraint. Both going to work the same thing only, but the way how we are writing the coding style is different. Okay. So another thing, the next thing is a select query. So someone, can you please read down this? Select star from, what I written here?
From user
User
constraints. where table name equals employees.
Okay. Suppose your boss is asking you, okay, in an employee table, how many different constraints that we are having? Okay. So he is asking how many constraints and what are the constraints names that we having in our employees table. Likewise, he can give any other table. Okay. So what we need to do is we can use this view user underscore constraint. This is one of the view. Okay, we're going to see about your view and all in upcoming classes. So this is one of the view provided by the Oracle to check what are the type of the constraints we having in which table like this and all. So select star from user underscore constraint. In my var class, I am just giving my table name. Whatever the table name you like to see, you can give the table name in a capital letter. Don't give like this. It won't run. Okay. It will run, but no rows will execute. You have to run it in a, you have to put the table name in a capital letter. Then execute this. See how many different constraints I'm having in my employee table. 10. These are the constraints name.
Those first three as foreign
Okay.
key.
So you told me, right, just before you people have told me primary key, check constraint, foreign key, default, likewise 6 different constraints we've seen. Am I right? If you go to the
Yeah.
very top, you can able to see that whole thing. I think control G. If you put control G, then it will ask which line number you need to go. We can put the line number 3 means it will go to line number 3. Okay, how many different constraints? There is a 6 constraints is there, right?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
which line we are? Control G. Okay, try to use the shortcuts and all. 117. So when you put select star from user underscore constraints where table name equal to employees means it will show the list of the constraints and the type. So what is R? R means it is a foreign key constraint. So I'm having a 3 foreign key constraint in my employees table. Okay. So RS means for what? RS means for foreign key constraint and C is for check constraint and not null constraint. Okay. So these are the check not null constraint. How I am saying this C stands for not null constraint means by seeing this search condition column. Here the people are declaring not null like that, right? So that I can came to know, okay, they declare the not null constraint for these 3 columns. And here one more C is there, right? This C is not a not null constraint. This C is a check constraint. For the check constraint and not null constraint, they are using the same abbreviation only. But by seeing this column, you can differentiate which one is a check and which one is a not null. Okay. And what about a U?
Unique.
Unique. What about P?
Primary key.
Primary key. Okay. So this one of the view, it will tell you, you can check any table. You people created so many tables, right? Auto parts and some things and all. If you created the constraint means you can just write the same query and that class you can give your table name and see how many constraints that you have created and what is the type of the constraint and all. If you don't give any name, because till now you people did some exercises on some tables, right? I think in the previous homework you people have created some tables. So I hope no one has given the constraint name because now only we are seeing the syntax. So what happened to those type of the constraint? Oracle itself created the constraint name. Have you people remember the table name? Is it a auto parts or some other table? The table which you created the constraints.
He was, I think, auto parts.
Auto parts. Okay. It was just complete the after completing the class, you can execute the same query and in the table name just click out, just put an your table name in the capital letter and see how Oracle is giving the name to your constraint. Okay, then in tomorrow class, let me know what is the name of your constraint for your auto parts table. Okay. Can you able to get me?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
So here, next thing is by creating, now I will share you some query. You people tell me whether it is an inline constraint or out of line constraint. Before that, I will show you the query once, how the inline will look like and how the out of line will look like. So have you gone through this? Just I'm going
Yes.
to ask some simple quiz. So just see this, how this inline constraint is there and how this out of line. And if you get ready for the quiz, means just tell me. I will write some query. You people have to tell me whether it is an inline or out of line. Just go through the syntax. Shall we start?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm good.
Okay. I don't like ask you to write a query and that. I write some query. You people need to tell me whether it is an inline or out of line, like that.
Okay.
Okay. Let's see that. So Mason, you're going to answer this, okay?
Okay.
Okay. Whether it is an inline or out of line, Mason?
Inline.
Inline. How you are saying it is an inline?
Because here, uh, just after the EMP ID, he's saying the constraint, and he doesn't have to put again the constraint, the column name at the end of the
Okay.
constraint.
Okay. Now Herman. Grocery ID, grocery name. Okay, what about this Herman?
It's gonna be out of line because you
Yes,
declare the constraint at the end.
we declare the constraint. Okay. Now I will give you something. Let's you people discuss with each other and let me know what. What about this? You people discuss with each other and let me know whether it is an inline or out of line.
I mean, I think it's not bad for them because I can't see any PK or any.
I didn't give the constraint. Here,
Yes.
example, but that is an optional, okay.
Okay.
But you people tell me whether it is an inline or out of line.
I think it's that is in lane.
What about
Inline.
what about Herman?
I would say it's not bad for them because I can't see any constraint.
Constraint information means here not null is also your constraint, right? But the thing is, what you are expecting is, see here, and you are expecting like this. You are expecting the constraint name. This part I removed, but this is an optional. Either you can give the name or the, so. Okay, now tell me, it is an inline or out of line?
Is out of line.
Out of line? Are you sure? What about Mason?
Say inline.
Why you are saying inline?
I say inline because here it doesn't, after the constraint not null, it doesn't say where which column it will
Okay.
apply
So
the constraint.
Mason find one shortcut to identify the inline and out of line.
Yes.
Herman, you can also follow the same. Okay.
Okay.
Can you understand that what Mason is saying? Mason, can you please explain to Herman so that he can quickly identify like you, so
Yes.
that he can understand.
For the outline constraint, everything
You can
I
speak
think
it in a friendly manner. Don't speak it in like a professional way. You can also just discuss
okay.
how you are. You people are to be friends, right? You can just
Okay.
please discuss with each other because each and everything is during the class itself. Okay, discuss each other and share your knowledge. Okay, it will benefit for you guys. Okay, my your goal is you people need to get a very good mark in OC exam. Okay, so tell him just guide the Herman to find out the shortcut. Okay, how to identify that inline or out of line. Speak it in your casual way.
Okay. To me to check if that's it inline or offline. I know at the end of outline it always say where it will pick the or it will apply the constraint.
Oh, okay.
And here it just said not null, but it doesn't say it. So it's a little bit confusing, but as long as it didn't say any column name at the end, for me it's in line.
So if I understand, after the constraint, I mean, if it's out of line after the constraint, it declared the
Column name.
The
column.
column name.
Okay.
Okay. So here after the constraint, I didn't give any column names at all. But here, see, if you come here after the constraint name, I given a column name. Right?
Yes.
After the constraint name, I given the column name. This is an out of line. Okay. But here after the constraint name, I didn't give the column name at all. Because I'm just speaking about EMP name
Yes,
only.
that's the
Right.
second one. You will apply on the last one, the
Okay.
one that is just behind it.
So for the EMP name only, I apply the not null constraint. That's why I didn't give the name here.
Yes.
Okay, so it's very simple, Herman. After the constraint name, if they given some column name, it is out of line. Okay, now this is an inline. Now you can also have some doubt. It is an inline for which column? It's the same column. Okay, whatever the column they mentioned in the before, for the same column only they are applying the constraint. Okay, so next thing is by using an alter command also, like by seeing the creatable syntax, you people are just telling, right, whether it is an inline or out of line, but by knowing some shortcuts, right? Likewise, you can also do with the alter command. In alter, by using an alter command also, we can able to create a constraint or add a constraint or add modify the constraint. So many things we can able to do it. So here see the C2 syntax in alter table. Okay, ports, modify, port name, not null. Okay, so in this line, what I am doing in this line is nothing but adding a not null constraint to the port name column. Either you can add a constraint by using a create table syntax, otherwise by using an alter command. So adding a not null constraint to port underscore name column. Okay, so here what happened? Alter table ports. Ports is my table name, and I'm modify, given a word modify, then port name not null. Here also I didn't give any constraint name. Okay, here also you can follow the same shortcut of how he is saying, right? That Nazan is saying. So here it is an inline or out of line, because after the constraint name I didn't have any informations about my column. So I'm just giving like a inline. But this alter command is also adding a not null constraint. See, alter table ports, add constraint, your constraint name, then not null port ID. Okay, this also is called as an out of line. Why I'm saying out of line? Because after the constraint name, they given the column name. Am I right?
Right.
Okay, now one thing you need to understand, in Oracle wise, one rule is there. You can apply this type of these two syntax at any point of a time, either this one or this one. Okay, that's your wish. But the thing is, not null constraint always support inline constraint. It won't support out of line constraint. So
Okay.
here,
Just for
so
is it just for not null?
not
constraint?
null alone, not null alone. So not null always support inline. So this query will not execute. Why? Because here I'm adding a not null constraint as a out of line, but I already know it won't support out of line. So this query will work without any problem because here inline constraint, but this query will not work because it is an out of line constraint. For not null alone, don't apply for any. You can if it is a check constraint means primary key or any other constraint means both will work. Okay, not null alone, it won't support the out of line syntax. Remember this, they will ask in the choose the best answer. Not null always support inline constraint, it won't support out of line constraint. Okay.
Okay.
For example, now just tell me, this is an inline or out of line? Herman, can you able to tell me this? This query is an inline or out of line?
It's inline.
Inline. How? Because after not null, they didn't give any column information.
So
Okay.
it will apply on port ID.
Port ID. Okay. So here this query is a valid query because not null is in inline, right? Not null always support inline. So this query will be execute without any problem. But this is become invalid query. Why? This query is an inline or out of line?
Out.
Out of line, because after the constraint name they given the column names and all. So it is a out of line. But why this query is not execute? Syntax and all perfect, right? Syntax and all perfect, but why it's not executing? Because not null constraint won't support out of line.
Yes.
Okay, suppose instead of a not null, if you people giving unique, then it will work. Because unique check, whatever the thing you given, then it will work. But for the not null alone, it won't support an out of line constraint. Okay.
Okay.